Clark, and I'm born and raised in St. Pete. To have this opportunity to be the writing and fun fact about me, I know what it's like to not have a nose. And yes, so let please allow me to, right? So, right. So, uh, yes, allow me to expound, please. So, there was a time I went scuba diving. So I'm a mermaid, and I got like this whole mermaid energy going on with myself. And so we went scuba diving. We did the whole semi training, and now it's time to do the real thing. And I freaked out. Like every fear that you could think of was like, we can't do this. And everybody had gone down, and I'm thinking onto the rope. And I'm like, I could do this. And so what I realized is that oftentimes time to have a new experience, we'll take an old mindset or old thought with it. And just because we've had it for so long. So my nose, for example, I know all my life. I had this nose all my life. But in order to have this experience, I not have a nose. Because if I remember that I had a nose, I died. So what is this nose? Remembering it, if it was going to take away me really embodying this experience. And so you can't breathe through your nose in scuba diving. I had to forget that I had a nose, and I was able to go down the rope and have the experience. And the moment I got down there, the little fishies like swam up to my mask and like, where you been, Sierra? We been waiting on you. So there you go. And so that takes us into living your story. And so we are going to write, but I want to encourage adults and individuals to play in every day. And we don't often play as much. Scripture says our childlike faith. And sometimes when things bring insecurities and human stuff has happened to us, we forget to play. And so one of the things I absolutely want you to take with you as we do this writing, this writing play workshop, is to play, not to forget to laugh. And so this is absolutely going to be interactive. And in fact, we got like a even number of people where we're able to collab. And so I brought a book with me. And so I had the privilege of being in this anthology. And anthology is where you just get a bunch of people and they write a chapter. And so in the interactive writing, we're going to have the opportunity for like 10 minutes to write our own like monologues, right? To kind of like just tell stuff about our thing is that in this box, I have prompt to help spark something, right? And the idea in writing, since we're going to live our story, is for you not to write it from the victim mindset, right? If we're going to play your story, you add color, you be the superhero, you come up with your themes, right? This is what you want to do. This is your storyline. And that's what I realized. This is our narrative, and how I dare not smile more, even though sometimes, right? And so we're going to have time to where for the path we're going to write our own stories. After you pull a writing prompt, I say maybe pull 2 writing prompts from here, and then just to help spark. And the idea, we don't want to write, and if it is a moment where you cry, you make sure you write a moment where you laugh, right? We want to give ourselves both sides of the experience where we can be victor of our own story. And so that'll be the first half. We're going to take 10 minutes to write on our own. And then since we have an even number of people, we're going the next 10 minutes to come together and see how where each groups can join their stories together. And so now we have a collaboration, right? And so I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Like, I love doing things with other people. And so I for a long time I thought it's hard because when you into knowing yourself, it's almost like people don't like to be by themselves and not writing. And so when I'm done talking, I would like all of you who are here to kind of say what environment you like to write in, because that's what I want you to embody. Because sometimes when we're in different spaces with different people, we're not always able to feel like it's a safe space. And so I hope we are able to create this atmosphere and create this story, so we can definitely coexist together inside the space while we're writing. And so, okay, so, yep. So did that work? So I'm gonna pass around the box. I'll walk and pass it around, and then you pull out 2 prompts, and then that'll be to help engage you into writing your monologue or your theme. So pull 2. Okay. So yeah, so take a moment, look at those, think about those, right? Feel them out, right? Because some, it's like a pair of shoes. Like a thought is like a pair of shoes. The thought is like a color. And, when you're creating, you want to be intentional where you put the color. And so, yeah. So I'll let y'all think about those, and then we'll say where we normally like to write or what kind of environment enhances our writing, and then we can start writing on our own. I'm gonna pull two too. Okay. Um, who would like? Anyone like to share what you thought when you got it, or if you want to read it out loud, or in that also about how you like to write or when you like to write. Radiant, you want to go first? Oh, look at that! I love the energy on that. Woo. Okay. 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 Mary. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. That goes in here. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Ooh. Like it. Ooh. Okay. Right. The thing that you would do. Right. What is that? What's your first thing you? Mhm. Mhm. Oh, wow. Woo woo. Yeah. It's just you're just taking it out. And so, right. I like it. Just giving that space some color. I like it. I like it. Okay. You complete with that? You finished? Okay. Marcel, you want to say? Okay.
like if I'm gonna write something with like some depth to it, I can't handle anyone in the house who like stories and characters and things. I don't want anyone around. I can write a poem, real quick in a few minutes, so that's good. I do that when people are around or my family's around. But I would like if I was gonna write like a story or something, I would want to like check out a room and like lock myself in and like do a storyboard and stuff. Like my husband, he's always writing like sci-fi stories on his phone, like while the kids are running around on the playground.
Yeah.
But he's like written so many books like that.
Wow.
You gotta publish these books. It's like I don't know, yeah, for some reason after the third one is done, I'm like okay, just publish them. All right, write yourself and I got write a letter to you and yourself, encouraging them with something you know now, and then reflect on a time when faith has helped you. So it feels like the same thing. Yeah.
I got it. I like it. All right, so it's nice.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So it's super cool because I got that one too. I did make doubles sort of thing, especially because if we're gonna collab the stories together, we would have some kind of thing that automatically could join our stories together. So mine is reflect on the time when faith helped you through, and then the one is describe a moment that brought you unexpected joy. So writing. So this is so it's like two-sided. So because I'm dyslexic and writing and reading and spelling words in the human form, just it freaks me out. I'm usually skeptical to write because I know I'm not gonna do everything correctly, right? And then but I learned like the collaborative writing when I did this anthology is because you get a chapter. They give you a set amount of words to write, so I don't gotta worry about going over like or under. They say come up with a theme, like it's a more structured writing opposed to my other book where it's like about Sierra and you got a chapter and you gotta like make it flow. I don't really have to like make it flow. I can just like dump about one particular thing, and so I like that. And so when I like to write, that's kind of again in my book I got a bunch of stuff written as long as I'm the one that got to read it, so perfectly fine because I know all my misspelled words. I can tell you I need to read this, you would never know what's inside my book, and I can verbally say it, but for someone else to then come behind and try to read my story, that's the part that kind of freaks me out sometimes, that stops me from writing like in other settings kind of thing. But this is why I add the play into writing, because it helps me to eliminate some of those things that my brain has with words, and I can't be mad or ashamed about it. So today I'm going to enjoy writing, and I'm going to scribble out as much as I want to and misspell as much as I need to. So yeah. Anybody else has anything else to share before we take like 10 minutes to writing per our prompts, or just write about your day? Like you don't even particularly have to go with the prompts, but these are just something to like get your creative brain going, or to just get a thought in your mind. Take your shoes off. Yeah.
I don't know how you do nudity.
Right, exactly. Right. I appreciate that.
Where are you from, by the way?
I like that you're such a butterfly.
Okay, so you said naked. I gotta tell y'all this story because CJ ain't here, right?
Okay.
So, this is the funniest thing. So when he was 2 and 3 years old, well, since a baby, till he got about 3 or 4, he loved being naked. He was there, whatever.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that happened.